And coming to you from the Mike Eisenstadt studio here at WMNF, it's the Live Music Showcase. I'll be your host for the next hour, Ed Lehman, and we're welcoming to the studio today Julie Black and her band. Welcome to WMNF, and why don't you start us off with a song?
She lights her long white cigarette. She's like an engine steaming. She's had enough of it, I guess. She got her bare legs swinging, long as it falls onto the ground. Her gears shift into motion, so still she moves without a sound. Swiftly, no big emotion, she went swimming in a river of blood. She went swimming in a river of blood. Payback some mother, that's what the old cats say. You should be kind to others, 'cause you don't know who will pay. She went swimming in a river of blood. She went swimming in a river of blood. Dixie, darling, her smile is shining bright. Such seamless execution, she ended all the fight. She went swimming in a river of blood. 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 She went swimming, swimming in a river of blood, 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 blood. She went swimming in a river of blood, 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 blood.
Great tune there from Julie Black and her band. And we're welcoming them back here on the Live Music Showcase. Welcome back to WMNF.
Thank you so much for having us. We love being here.
And I think last time you were here was maybe about a year and a half ago.
I think you're right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Julie, we were talking a little bit before the show about how to describe your music, your genre. And we decided we had to sort of think outside the box a bit.
We got to go. We got to be a little bit rebellious and creative, yes. And you are right. We do have to think outside the box. The music that I write and my roots, I'm very, very rooted in blues music and jazz music, particularly the period prior to 1960. This is my greatest influence. But like any artist, like a painter, you incorporate everything that you come across, every person that I come across, everything in life. Like, why limit that? All of that gets woven into the music that I write. And so I like to say that it's good music. Listen to it. Do you like it? If you like it, hold on to it. And we would love to have you as part of our tribe. I also, say that it's kind of, when people really push me, I say it's kind of like, it's blues and jazz with an open mind.
That's a good way to describe it. I
Yeah.
like that description. And it keeps it outside the box, as you said.
Yeah.
Cool. I was listening to your album last night, and the thought occurred to me that you're sort of the Bay Area's answer to Bonnie Raitt, if I can say that, if that's okay.
That's quite a compliment because she's an extraordinary songwriter and an extraordinary conveyor of emotion and music. So thank you. I'm very humbled by that, but what an honor.
And that's the thought that came to me. So let's hear another song.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, Frank. Oh, can't you see what you've done to me? Can't you feel how you're killing me? Oh, but baby, I'm falling out of falling out. You get so cold when I don't obey. Got to have everything your way. Oh, but lover, I don't want out, I don't want out. I feel like you've got me under your finger. I can't help but linger. Oh, I miss your affinity. I want to be your pretty little flower. Your displeasure is sour. Oh, just tell me what you want from me. Oh, what I give for a tender kiss. But your tone only does dismiss. Flashing signs say you're falling louder, falling out. What will it take for you to erase? I am shrinking from your distaste. I just want back in your good grace. You've got me under your finger. I can't help but linger. Oh, I miss your affinity. I want to be your pretty little flower. Your displeasure is sour. Oh, just tell me what you want from me. Oh, can't you see what you've done to me? Can't you feel how you're killing me? Oh, but baby, I don't want out, I don't want out. I feel like you've got me under your finger. I can't help but linger. Oh, I miss your affinity. I want to be your pretty little flower. Your displeasure is sour. Oh, just tell me what you want from me.
Wow, some awesome music from Julie Black and her band. Does the Julie Black Band have a name, or is it just your band?
Julie Black and her band.
And her band. Okay, there you go.
Well, it's a great question because actually for years it was Julie Black, which always implied that she had a band. I always had a band of wonderful musicians across the Tampa Bay area. But for some reason, like if people book as Bo Diddley or as B.B. King or as Etta James, there was never a question. They just assumed they'd have band with them. But when I would book that way, people would be like, is there going to be a band? And it's like, well, yeah, there's always a band.
Cool.
Unless it says duo.
Well, let me speak to at least one member of the band to start with. David Eichenberger on guitar. And do we have a live mic for Dave here?
Yes, that is working.
It is. Okay, great. So I think I was reading some stuff here about you, by low cheat sheet, and I think there's a typo here. So I got to ask you. It says here you have released over 55 albums.
I actually have.
That's not a typo.
No, that's actually right.
Wow.
A few years ago, I got a NEA grant for writing a big project, which was 50 CDs. Each one was an hour long. And when you bought your copy of the CD, it was the only one in existence. And it was it was an original piece of artwork. And basically the music was ambient and kind of meditational and real pretty, and it was guitar based, but it didn't really sound a whole lot like guitar because I tend to manipulate the sound. Sometimes, playing guitar my whole life, I wanted to sound not like a guitar because I like other instruments too. So I'll tweak the sound of the guitar with echo and reverb and pitch transposing and all kinds of fun stuff to make all kinds of weird sounds. And that's what I did. I did a big project like that. After that, I did a 14-hour project, which was a DVD, 14 hours of music. And I'm currently working on a new one, which is going to be about 7.5 hours when it's done.
Wow. That's a marathon race.
It's pretty crazy. Well, I do it over a long period of time, so it doesn't feel like that.
And I also understand you provided music for the Dali Museum.
I did, yeah. They did. They had a wonderful exhibit a few years ago that combined Dali with Da Vinci. And when you went there, you saw the parallels between the two great artists. And I did the walking tour music. So if you put your headphones on and wanted to hear about the paintings you were standing in front of, you were listening to me.
All right. Well, you're sounding great today on guitar, and the whole band sounding fantastic. So enough talking. How about some more music?
We got it for you. La da 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 da, ba da 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 da, la da 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 da, ba da 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 da. You were all saving you, I was saving the world. A soul was saving me. Ba da da da. Your feet get tripped on the path when you're moving fast and you lose sight of the dream. Ba-da-da-da. No one to blame for my mistakes. It is what it is, that is the breaks. Call it a ruse, call it fate. Another season of heartbreak. You had your eyes on the prize, my eyes were on signs. The connection was so clear. Well, the pain, it starts to grow when you're letting go of a hand that you held deep. No one to blame for my mistakes. It is what it is, that is the breaks. Call it a ruse, call it fate. Another season of heartbreak. Another season of heartbreak. Change it. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You are saving you, I'm saving the world. A soul was saving me. Ba-da-da-da. Your feet get tripped on the path when you're moving fast and you lose sight of the dream. Ba-da-da-da. No one to blame for my mistakes. It is what it is, that is the breaks. Call it a ruse, call it fate. Another season of heartbreak. Another season of heartbreak.
break.
You're listening to the earthy, soulful sounds of Julie Black and her band, and they're sounding great here on WMNF's Live Music Showcase. I want to thank the crew today. Our sound is being mixed by the one and only Bill Dudley, usually in front of the camera, but now he's behind the camera, making sure we're sounding good and doing a great job with some help from Nick Sarasi. Our video crew on the cameras today, Marcy and Tom Connors. Bob Hoke directing, and Richard Stone will be putting the show up on YouTube later tonight. So if you are tuning in and missed the first part of the show, you can catch the whole thing later on YouTube, and it looks really good. They do a fantastic job putting this together, so look forward to that. And if you're enjoying what you're hearing here on 88.5, we've got on the website a little thing called the tip jar. So you can toss a few coins into that and keep this resource going, because we want to keep bringing live music to you. And we're enjoying the heck out of this group today, and we know you are too. So Julie, looking down the list, tell us some of the things that you've got coming up. You look like you're really busy. So.
We are really busy.
That's great.
So, we got a lot of exciting things coming up. Of course, the beginning of that this week was being here, which is always, it's like a homecoming for us, because WMNF is the first radio station that showed me support, and they've consistently done that along the way. And so we thank WMNF and everyone that works here and all of the listeners, because, you're part of our tribe and we appreciate it. So we're here today. And then on Tuesday, we are going to be on CBS TV on Great Day Live, Tampa Bay. That will be at 9 a.m. It's kind of a morning show kind of a thing. We'll be doing just a song, not as expansive as we're doing here, but we'll be doing a song there. And then on April the 4th, we are going to be at Chasco Fiesta, which is a fantastic 9-day festival in the city of Newport Richey. And we're going to be there. Our night is Rhythm and Blues Masters Night, and we'll be there along with Derek St. Holmes, who is a very well-known American songwriter and bluesman himself. But that festival is 9 days long, and there's a lot of other things to do. It's a historic downtown area, so we want people to come up and check that area out and all of our cool places. We'll be at Blur in Dunedin on April 6th, which is coming up on Saturday. We played Blur pretty regularly. The folks that were in Dunedin, really wonderful to us, and very open to expansive music with an open mind. So they've just been lovely. We look forward to being there at Blur in Dunedin on April the 6th at 8 p.m. And then one other thing we like to mention, Dave and I do a few duo shows when John and Frank have some other things going on, and we do a few duo shows, mostly around the Newport Richey area. But on the second Saturdays of every month, we have a duo show that we do at a place called Zinfinity, which is a really cool place. It's a tea lounge, and our duo stuff, while it does incorporate a lot of the same music, is a totally different energy. So it's very mellow. If people are looking to chill and to kind of unwind, come and hang with us there too.
Cool. Well, I'm totally enjoying the groove you're putting down today, and it's just your music has this underlying infectious joy to it that I'm really enjoying.
Thank you.
So let's hear another
That
tune.
may be the best compliment I ever got. All right. This is going to feature Frank Timpanelli on brushes, and I have to mention that because he does such beautiful brushwork.
I've been passed around, I've been branded, I've been struck down and left stranded. Ain't nobody got the blues like me. Born imperfect, undesired, I've been running, my legs are tired. Ain't nobody got the blues like me. Sometimes I feel the sun shining down on me, but it's soon replaced by clouds that only rain down on me. The world kisses my lips, then turns away from me. I don't see the reason why it's always raining down on me. I work hard, but what's funny, I still ain't got no money. Ain't nobody got the blues like me. In the morning when I rise, got no blonde hair, no blue eyes. Ain't nobody got the blues, blues like me. Sometimes I feel the sun shining down on me, but it's soon replaced by clouds that only rain down on me. The world kisses my lips, then turns away from me. I don't see the reason why it's always raining down on me. As a little dee da da, as a little dee da da, as a little da da dee da 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 da, as a little dee da da, as a little dee da da, as a little da da dee da 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 da. So confused, misunderstood. My own mother knows I ain't no good. Ain't nobody got the blues, blues like me. Ain't nobody got the blues, nobody got the blues, nobody got the blues like me. Ain't nobody got the blues, nobody got the blues, nobody got it, nobody's got it like me. Nobody's got the blues like me.
You're listening to Julie Black and her band here on the Live Music Showcase here on WMNF. And I did fail to mention one of our crew members. It's Townsend the Wonder Dog, who's providing security for us today so we can all feel totally safe and secure in what we're doing. And he's a beautiful dog.
So beautiful.
So, Julie, I talked to Dave and
This is
John. Thank you, John. And I noticed the guitar you're playing is a Marcus Miller guitar, which...
Yeah, Marcus Miller is one of my favorite bass players. He's one of my favorite bass players, and I just got this bass. It's one of his new signature basses made by Sire, and it's got a nice tone to it.
That's a beautiful, beautiful instrument, right? But you don't only just play bass; you also play a variety of instruments, correct?
Right. I play guitar and drums, and I started on piano when I was a kid. So.
Oh, okay.
In Chicago.
And
He's a Chicago boy.
Ah, so that
Chicago boy.
That little blues influence is definitely there too, as well.
Definitely.
Right. And you do some teaching, as what I
Yes.
understand.
Yeah, I do teach over at Music Matters, and I've been teaching since I was about 19. So I like guitar. I like to teach younger people and how to improv and learn how to play out of jazz chords and just get into something other than I listen to so many different kinds of music, and I play reggae and funk and blues, so I try to get them into that a little bit.
Expand their horizons, and so they too can think out of the box.
That's right.
When they do music. So Julie, back to your songwriting. How about sharing with us some of the artists who have actually specifically influenced you?
Oh, and so many. I would say that my greatest influence, and it was a person that changed my life and definitely planted the seed of the musical journey that I've been on, is a great soul, the king of rock and soul. I consider him soul and blues, but he's so much more expansive than that. Solomon Burke, who did a wonderful song called "Cry to Me," which if you have never heard that and you're listening at home, please go listen to that because it will make you feel so good. So Solomon Burke. Other influences include people like Etta James, and then later came people like, for me, Nina Simone, B.B. King, Bo Diddley, Junior Wells, Buddy Guy, a lot of those influences. I can even say Bonnie Raitt as a songwriter, very influential. Tom Waits, and spacious piano. I love the sound of piano. George Winston is a great influence of mine. Okay. And of course, great writers. There's so many. Bob Dylan, of course, comes to mind. And in the newer scene, a lady named Nico Case, I think, is just fantastic. She writes some really, really rich music.
And interesting lyrics too. She's a very, very colorful lyricist.
Yeah, and she's got fight and fire behind what she does. And I think for me that was there's two things that appeal to me musically. one is authenticity. So I listen to all kinds of music. I do have a natural love for blues and jazz, but I listen to all kinds of music. But it's important to me that it comes from an authentic place. Now, who am I to say that? But I feel it, if I feel that connection. And then the other thing is I think what appealed to me about the early artists that I was exposed to, and particularly about blues music and the blues trailblazers, the early blues, and even some of the later blues artists, but they were on their path, was this sense of defiance and rebellion and swagger and kind of like, I'm doing what I do. I'm not trying to do what this guy's doing or this lady's doing. I'm doing my thing, and I'm here to share with you what I have to say. People like Howlin' Wolf, I mean, you can't argue with energy like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So rock and roll doesn't own the rebellious things.
I think it came much earlier. I think of blues
Absolutely.
music as a very primal earth sourced energy that is accessible to anyone, and all you have to do is listen to particularly to early blues music and close your eyes and you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. So we hope that people do that with our music as well, that they can close their eyes and it's not strictly based on the visual engagement of us performing, but that the music moves them in a way that is not in the physical realm.
Absolutely. And I think I can safely say it does, because it's happening for me today.
Good.
So
Let's try to just, share some good vibes.
Great. So let's hear another tune then.
Let's do it. Okay. Where it leads, I will go. Where it leads, baby, I don't know. Take me down a darkened road. I must go. I must go. Can't say that I'm righteous. Can't say that I'm holy. All that I know is the things that it shows me. Can't say that I'm better or that I'm brave, but when I listen, it shows me the way. Can't say that I'm righteous. Can't say that I'm holy. All that I know is the things that it shows me. Oh, I don't know the reason, it just is. I don't have the answers, it just is. Quiet truth, I am shown. Quiet truth, I follow. Calls me out to the unknown. I will go, yeah, I will go. Can't say that I'm righteous. Can't say that I'm holy. All that I know is things that it shows me. Oh, I don't know the reason, it just is. I don't have the answers, it just is.
come on in this house. In this old house. You hear me holler. Oh, I love you so. If I had $1 million, I'd spend every dime just to hear you call me mama one more time. I'm begging you, I'm begging you. Oh, come on in this house, in this old house. You hear me holler. Oh, I love you so. Somebody wrong, have mercy, yeah, help me. Well, if I've been a bad little baby, bound to change the way. Don't want bad luck and trouble, worry me all my days, yeah. Mercy, mercy, baby. Oh, Lord, have mercy on me. Well, if I done somebody wrong, have mercy, yeah, help me, please.